Yo, what's up gamers? We're talking about the top 10 checkerboard patterns in video games. That's right, what's this one right here? It's from Taito's Bust a Move for the Neo Geo. And that's right, it's the game where you're busting moves, puzzle bobbling. It's the same freaking game, same checkerboard patterns. See them right there in the background? No, we're not talking about checker games. We're talking about the board patterns. This one is stage 1, Dozer, for Space Harrier for the 32X. There are other Space Harrier games, but this is the one for the 32X. That's the one that we're talking about. And it's the hairiest Harrier in all of harrying. And you carry around your big laser guns through space, blasting away at enemies. This next one probably looks familiar. It's very similar, Ball Blazer. Atari 7800 checkerboard pattern. That's right, it's on the floor, but we're not talking about checkerboard patterns on the floor. Just the floors are in a house's ground. See, this is the checkerboard. The ground can be a checkerboard pattern. From Beetlejuice, Skeletons in the Closet. That's this game right here. It's based on the Beetlejuice cartoon game, not the new movie, not even the old movie, just the cartoon. And it's got checkerboard patterns right there, and they're really cool. They're like wavy. And these are also kind of like wavy, but it's just like geometrically inclined. Kirby's Dream Course for the Super Nintendo NES. This is the Kirby's Dream Course where, once again, it's on the ground. But just because the checkerboard pattern is on the ground doesn't mean that it's the house in a floor. Nobody installed that flooring. That's the difference. Ground is just like that. This next one is, you see, this is a flooring. It's from Soul Reaver's Legacy of Kain. It is like a floor, but it's not in a house. You see, that doesn't look like a house. That's not like a house. That's just how it was like built by not even like real people. It's just built in the game, in the computer, just like this floor. But there's checkerboard patterns everywhere. We're not just talking about, you see right there. Right there, it's on the floor. A lot of these patterns are on the floor right there, but it's that one, that's the one. Because a platform isn't, it's not like your living room floor. See how, here's the difference. Pay attention. This is the inside of Peach's castle. The inside of Peach's castle has a checkerboard floor, and it's a very good checkerboard floor. We see it in 4 games at least. But when you're going outside into the world, into the paintings, you see that's almost checkerboards, but not really. Here's the real ones. In Bowser's realm, when you're kick-flipping around in Bowser's realm, collecting red coins, there's the platforms. You see, the checkerboard pattern exists on the platforms. I'm not talking about floors. See, here we go. Just because this is on the ground, this is also on the side of the ground. See the checkerboard patterns right there? I know you see them. They're from Sonic the Hedgehog, the classic, and for the Mega Drive, and for the Sega Genesis. And there's Mushroom Hill Zone looks kind of like that, but it's not actually true checkerboard. Speaking of not actually true checkerboard, we all know and love that, remember that Bubsy the Bobcat does have true checkerboard patterns, right? No, not really. They just have a bunch of squares everywhere, kinda. In Bubsy 3D Visits the other game, this is a new Bubsy game. There's the real true checkerboard patterns. You see right there. They did it right. In the new one, they finally got it right. And once again, we're not talking about checkers. No, we're not talking about floors. We're not talking about floors. We're not talking about checkered flags either. Those are all 3 different lists. Thank you for joining me for this list today, which was the counting down to the top 10. We just did the top 10 counting. It was the top 10 checkerboard patterns in video games. Thank you.